Rick Eads from the Mississippi Homebuyer Education Center is joining us now, and we're talking for a few minutes here about building and remodeling to energy codes as well as Energy Star. I think most people have heard of that phrase, Energy Star, Rick. But first of all, what are some of the guidelines for energy construction?
Well, there is the energy code that's been established from the International Code Council. It's been around for about 10 years, and the old model energy code had started in 1992. The Energy Star program actually reinforces the energy code program in more of the part of the EPA.gov EPA system, where there's a scoring system for construction of houses to be energy efficient. Mm-hmm. These areas of energy efficiency are produced by the builders, usually to specifications, hopefully by the homeowner. The construction takes in consideration all aspects of the house. That's the framing, orientation, windows, doors, insulation, water heater, the heating, ventilating, and air conditioning systems, all parts that would cause the utilities to be expensive and to cause problems for comfort for the homeowner.
Mm-hmm. Is there a plan or view or someone that looks over, these plans before you really get started?
That's one of the best things about these programs. The Energy Star program has a plan review. This is a plan review for original construction or a plan review for remodeling. In this aspect, the specifications required by the homeowner, or if it's a spec construction, by the builder, they're all laid out into a software program. It's actually called REMRate. And in this software program, all these features I just mentioned are entered into it. And there's actually a prediction of the energy costs that this type of construction would perform. If there is improvements to be made at that time, they can be made. It's all on paper. It's in the software. And when it's completely finished, there's a score, and your house would basically consume energy, hopefully at a level of approximately a nickel a square foot or less. Mm-hmm. And you would want to remodel to that same level. You would have a plan review for remodeling. And the plan review for remodeling would not achieve an Energy Star because Energy Star has to start with original construction, but you would make the remodeling perform as if it were Energy Star, and again achieving such a level as a nickel of energy consumption cost per square foot. Mm-hmm. That plan review with the energy code would actually be submitted with the permit to the building officials. Now, obviously in the state of Mississippi, there are not a lot of building official departments. There's quite a few, there's very few of them. But the energy code allows to have a plan review, and there are some jurisdictions that want an energy plan review with the permit. Mm-hmm. That's what tells everybody how this house is going to work. One advantage of that plan review is that when the house is finished, the house is actually tested. We depressurize the house to check for framing leakage. We predicted such leakage with our plan review. We want to see if we did better than that. And we do pressurization of the ductwork. And again, there are specifications for pressurization of the ductwork. These two tests must, in a sense, pass to get the Energy Star credential. Now, if the builder and or the homeowner speccing the house want to do it at a more advanced level, then the government has set up the credit, a $2,000 tax credit, for houses that perform 50% better than the 2004 Energy Conservation Code. That is achievable. There are a lot of houses in Mississippi who have achieved that. Mainly private people are building their houses to the Energy Code and to that higher level of 50% more energy efficient than the 2004 Energy Conservation Code.
Mm-hmm. Well, are there other benefits, Rick, besides saving energy when you follow these codes?
Yes, there is. One of them is what we call the energy efficient mortgage, and for remodeling, it's the energy improvement mortgage. And when we calculate with our plan review and obviously finish testing, make sure that came out the same way, there is an energy value for the house. For instance, we may, through our plan review, see that the house would be, say, $50 a month more energy efficient than standard construction. That's basically $600 a year. Well, if you extend that out with what they call the value of that for approximately 23 years, you have a large number. That large number is added to the appraisal value of your house. In that case, you don't have to qualify for that added value, but the appraisal for that house, because of energy features, is increased. That makes it more marketable. It's where the builders really want to use that to show added value to the appraisals and to the construction. For the energy improvement mortgage, you're buying an existing house. The existing house has a lot of features that may need improvement, such as the HVAC system, heat and ventilation air conditioning system, is old, it's not working. You can put a new one in with the plan review, and that cost would go into your mortgage. If you're buying, a foreclosed house or where the seller cannot afford to fix anything, this is a tremendous advantage for the buyer to get certain energy features added into their mortgage without having to qualify for that added value. So you can have some window replacements, door replacements, water heater, air conditioning, heating replacements made without having to qualify for that added value. And now the homeowner with this existing house has a better product, which they can sell in turn a few years later.
Well, how do people find out about all these resources? You cover a lot of ground here today. Where can they go to get the specifics?
Okay, there's a website that's called ResNet, www.resnet.us, and that covers practically everything I've talked about, including all the standards that I would be inspecting to on that. There's also EPA.gov that covers all of the Energy Star programs. And you can contact your local electric energy supply and gas supply utilities, because they normally have on their websites checklists that you can check your house against to see how energy efficient it is and where there are areas for improvement. And of course, you can call my company, HERSCO, 601-605-0446, and we can do the same plan reviews, energy ratings, and test your house. That's the great advantage of this program, is that we can actually physically test your house. It's better than a home inspection. We can actually prove how well your house will perform.
Well, thanks a lot. Rick Eads from Mississippi Homebuyer Education Center.